चलो हाँ इससे
Take a transparent water tub with water. Now drop the objects such as a stone, a piece of wax, a metal key, plastic ball, leaf, small piece of wood, iron nail, and a rupee coin one by one. Observe the changes. Repeat the same activity with salt water, which is excessively salty. We will observe that a stone, key, iron nail, and rupee coin sink in the water, whereas wax, plastic ball, small piece of wood, and a leaf float on the surface of water. From this activity, we can conclude that some materials in one shape will sink in water but float on water when they are in another shape. Let us perform an activity to know the appearance of materials. Click each tab to know more.
Collect the small pieces of iron, copper, aluminium, and magnesium. Observe the appearance of each sample. Take a sandpaper. Clean the surface of each sample by rubbing with the help of a sandpaper. Once again, observe the appearance of each sample. In this activity, we have observed that the surfaces of each sample start shining after rubbing with sandpaper. From this activity, we have learned that the metals have a shining surface in their pure state. This property is called metallic luster. So finally, we can conclude that the materials which have a bright surface and reflect light are called lustrous materials, and materials that do not shine are called non-lustrous.
Here we perform an activity to test the hardness of materials. Click each tab to know more.
Collect small pieces of iron, copper, aluminium, and magnesium. Take a sharp knife. Try to cut these pieces with the help of the knife. Observe the changes. Take a dry piece of sodium metal in a watch glass. Hold a sodium metal piece with the help of a pair of tongs and try to cut it with a knife. Note: always handle sodium metal with care. Dry it by pressing between the folds of a filter paper. Observe the changes. We have observed that the sample of iron, copper, aluminium, and magnesium cannot be cut with a knife. We have also observed that the piece of sodium metal can be cut into pieces with a knife. Finally, from this activity, we can conclude that most of the metals are hard and cannot be cut with a knife, but hardness of metals varies from metal to metal.
Grammarly does more than catch errors. With Grammarly, you can find.
Now, let us do a simple activity to know the solubility of substances. Click each tab to know more. Take 4 beakers with half-filled water. Take small quantities of salt, sugar, sand, and sawdust. Now add salt in the first beaker, sugar in the second beaker, sand in third beaker, and sawdust in the fourth beaker. Stir them individually with the help of a stirrer. Observe the changes. We observe that sugar and salt disappear in water, whereas sand and sawdust do not dissolve in water. Take 4 beakers with half-filled water. Take small amounts of vinegar, coconut oil, lemon juice, and kerosene oil. Now pour vinegar in the first beaker, coconut oil in the second beaker, lemon juice in third beaker, and kerosene oil in the fourth beaker. Stir them individually with the help of a stirrer. Wait for some time and observe the changes. We observe that coconut oil and kerosene oil float upon the surface of water and form separate layers, whereas no separate layer is formed in the case of vinegar and lemon juice. We learned that the substances which dissolve in water are called soluble substances, whereas the substances which do not dissolve in water are called insoluble substances. In the same way, the liquids which dissolve completely in another liquid are called miscible liquids, whereas the liquids which do not dissolve in another liquid are called immiscible liquids. Follow-up word.
देखिए यूट्यूब पे देखो